So, good morning. Here we are in Hall 4.0, Area C, and we've got a very, very special guest. I like to call him Mr. Ambiente Dining. Thomas, maybe introduce yourself, what you do here, and how long have you been actually working for the Ambiente?
Oh, working now since 25 years. 25 years I'm Mr. Dining, responsible for the Ambiente, especially for the dining section, of course, which is kitchen, table, housewares, and since a few years now the HoReCa section.
So we're in the HoReCa section, and we've actually experienced yesterday a bit of the behind the scenes of the hotellerie, cooking, preparing food, and this is obviously much more focused on front of house, correct?
That's front of house. Here we are really on the guest room. We have the tabletop lines. Here on the left-hand side you can see the plates for the restaurants. Black is something which comes up the last few years, and it's something for the HoReCa section. It's not that you have one table line for all the menu. It's different. So you have for the different menu aspects, the starter is different at the main, and the soup is in something different. It's completely mixed up.
Now, for people who are viewing maybe this video for the first time and hearing you talk about HoReCa, why is the HoReCa becoming so important? And obviously it's because the better quality products that are in the hotels, the higher the level of thinking behind the systems you just described, a system, a way of presenting soups and entrees. How has HoReCa evolved in the last few years, and what's really, in your opinion, why is HoReCa so important?
HoReCa has tremendously changed the last few years. We were coming from really the white plates, a little bit boring. Today we are completely different. You see here, these are products where the wood is integrated. These are completely different forms, so the lifestyle comes out. And it's not only to have the food, the right food, the tasteful food. The food comes the taste not only on the tongue, it's in the mind with all five senses. And so it's a question how it feels, what is the shape, what are the colors. It's different as before.
We had the pleasure of meeting Professor Charles, who recently wrote Charles Spence. Yeah, who recently wrote a book about exactly what you're describing, the idea of how the different senses play a role in how you experience champagne, red wine, even the food on the plate. If it was a hot plate, cold plate, heavy spoon. Was that obviously an intentional invitation? You reached out to him to talk about this topic, because it's so important.
It's very, very important, and he knows everything about really to create the correct taste. And it's not only the food; it's much more. And you need a combination of the chefs and the porcelain industry, the glass industry. They must come together and to create the right things for the guest room.
And the right things, obviously, we're talking about humans here, humans staying in hotels, humans going to a restaurant. It's 2019, so what's changed? I mean, you've been here for 25 years, so what are some of one or two of the bigger, most memorable changes you have observed of how the humans interact with what you guys sell here and what you guys prepare to show them? What's changed?
I think it's really the different shapes, the different how it feels. It's much more lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's lifestyle on the tabletop, and it's not only to eat the food. Yes, and we created here you can see the HoReCa sign where we have with all these exhibitors who do that specific distribution channel. We have integrated in this HoReCa program. These are special distribution channels. You need a very, very strong material for the different dishwashers, etc. But it must be at the same time trendy. It must be lifestyle. So the natural colors comes up. The earthen colors. Here you can see, for example, a completely new line from an exhibitor. He started some years ago. He's absolutely specialized on the HoReCa segment. He's not well known for the retailers and for the end consumers. He does these things for the restaurants all over the world, the international.
So you just mentioned obviously the little green sign below HoReCa. When I look at this, I start to think about the material choices. I mean, when I hear ethical as a designer, I think need to know where it's manufactured, who's manufactured, what type of materials, where those materials come from. Is that what makes an ethical style sign? Is that what that signals?
I think it's the time where people think about sustainability. So in the production, the process of the production, where comes the heat from? What do you with water? You need much water. Is it for the rubbish? Or have you a possibility to recycle that? And more and more these themes comes up, and the end consumer is interested in that. And so we created next to the HoReCa also the ethical style guide, where we integrated all these exhibitors. For the moment, we have over 4,451 exhibitors out of 92
That's a big
countries.
92 countries. They're big numbers, aren't they?
It's more international as the year before. It's unbelievable what we have here at the moment, and the trend, I would say, it's a general trend. It's all over the world that people are interested in the natural things.
And you sound very proud when you talk about that. And I think when I look around here, I see a lot of people sitting around talking, drinking coffee. I just see a really nice coffee machine over there. Maybe we should go and grab a coffee as well. Because that's what if I walk through the HoReCa area, there's a lot of interaction happening. I think that's also what makes this HoReCa so unique, isn't it? Ambiente.
Yes, it's different from the, I would say, the traditional HoReCa shows. When you have traditional HoReCa shows, hospitality sector, there are the chefs, they have preparation of the food. Here it's really to prepare international business, to do the international business. Yes, the guests are served with a coffee, for example, like here, but it's not the focus that we have the chefs here. So it's the international platform for the HoReCa of the front of house business.
Well, I really appreciate your time, and I really do propose you go and grab a coffee. It's still early in the morning. Let's go and see if we can get a coffee. Thank you very much for your time, guys, and come down and check out Hall 4.0, 4.1 and 4.2. Very, very broad range of products, and obviously great coffee. So see you after. Take care.